when it comes to protecting against heart attacks. Slightly effective, and only if you're really, really sick. Tell that to the next doctor who wants to put you on a statin drug. Of course, we know that statin drugs, by artificially poisoning the cholesterol manufacturing system in the body, in the liver especially, have a whole host of toxic side effects. By the way, osteoporosis or weakening bones can also be the result of a vitamin C deficiency. Bones contain large amounts of collagen, just like the skin contains large amounts of collagen, just like blood vessels contain large amounts of collagen. And just like no vitamin C, no collagen means wrinkles, and no vitamin C, no collagen means weakened blood vessels. Same way, no vitamin C, no collagen means weak bones and osteoporosis. What osteoporosis is most certainly not is a drug issue. It's not a Fosamax issue. It's not a Boniva issue. And these drugs that they give you for osteoporosis are awful. They're way worse than, statin drugs aren't great, but these Fosamax type drugs, they call them bisphosphonates, are awful, awful, awful medications. And that's saying something. No medications are good, but near the top of the list are the drugs they give you for osteoporosis. And again, osteoporosis is probably not a calcium deficiency issue either. And any healthcare professional, medical or alternative, who suggests taking more calcium or calcium supplements to address osteoporosis should be regarded with great skepticism. And the same goes for any doctor who wants to put you on estrogen, which is another boneheaded medical strategy for dealing with weak bones. No pun intended. Never mind the fact that estrogen is a big-time stress hormone. Never mind the fact that estrogen is associated with inflammation, immune system activation. Never mind the fact that estrogen is associated with autoimmune disease. Never mind the fact that that estrogen is associated with suppression of the calming and building hormone progesterone. Estrogen is a nasty, nasty substance when taken as a drug. Of course, it's a biochemical and it's necessary, but when taken as a drug, it causes tremendous problems: blood clotting, cysts, fibroids, even cancer. Never mind the fact that you have all of these toxicities that are associated with estrogen supplementation. The fact of the matter is osteoporosis can be caused by something as mild as something as seemingly trivial as vitamin C deficiency. Simply getting on a vitamin C supplement, of course, your Beyond Tangy Tangerine is absolutely packed with vitamin C, can go a long way towards making your bones stronger without any of the toxicity that's associated with estrogen. And of course, as far as skin goes, aging skin has a lot in common with weakening bones. These two conditions are often found together. I can always tell by looking at a person's skin, and for that matter their body type, if they are at risk for osteoporosis. And the same should be true for all healthcare practitioners and patients as well. If you notice that your skin is thinning, if you notice your skin is starting to get crepey, and if you notice that somebody has a thin body type, these are all indicators that bones are prone towards weakening. And for that matter, it also means that the circulatory system may be weakening as well. Thinning skin, wrinkly skin, crepey skin, a thin body type are all associated with osteoporosis and perhaps even circulatory system issues as well. And that's because without enough vitamin C around, scorbutic or scurvy conditions can develop. Collagen synthesis is going to be impaired throughout the body. That includes weakening bones. That includes wrinkles in your skin. That includes blood vessel problems as well. And by the way, there's a really interesting relationship between vitamin C levels in the blood, how much vitamin C you're getting through foods and supplements, and dry skin as well. And to understand that, we got to understand the nature of the skin as a layered structure. We'll talk about that tomorrow. On the bright side, we're coming back with your phone calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back right after this. All right, we're back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. If you've got a health condition or if you're on prescription drugs and you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, let us show you how simple and how easy it is to reverse any chronic long-term degenerative disease issue. The nature of the body is to heal. The nature of the body is to be healthy and whole. If that's not happening, something's missing, something's wrong, there's something we're doing in terms of a lifestyle issue, behavioral issue, something we're doing. And that's such good news because it means we don't need a medical model for our degenerative health crises. We don't need a prescription drug for our degenerative health diseases, for our degenerative diseases. We don't need the doctor or the medical model. We simply need some common sense some better lifestyle strategies, and certainly a nutritional supplement program. Let us show you how easy it can be. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010 is our number. And by the way, this is especially true about the skin because of the skin's nature as a dynamic system. The skin is the most dynamic system in the body. It's constantly, along with the digestive tract, which, by the way, it has a lot in common with. The cells of the digestive tract are kind of like the skin inside out, and vice versa. The skin is sort of like the digestive tract inside out as well. Digestive symptoms, digestive symptomology, digestive health conditions, and skin symptoms and skin diseases are the most reversible of all degenerative health diseases. Let us show you how easy it can be to reverse your skin condition, your digestive health condition, whatever your chronic degenerative health disease is. Chronic degenerative disease is 844-236-6010 is our number. Jessica in Michigan, what's up? Welcome to the bright side.
Hey, Ben. So good to talk to you.
Same. What's up?
We love you.
Thank you.
I'm calling on behalf of my boyfriend. He's had, what we think might be something like seborrheic keratosis. He's had it since he was real young.
Okay.
And makes perfect sense because he doesn't like to eat a lot of vegetables and works long hours, doesn't sleep a lot. You
want a trick for eating vegetables? You want a trick for making veggies delicious? Here's a trick. Even kids love this. When you heat your vegetables, you release the sugar. And when you put spices and salt on top of them, and then oil, or some kind of butter or coconut oil, they become irresistible. Even a salad, even just a plain old salad with spices and oil on it is unbelievably tasty.
He does not eat that stuff.
Did you put oil and salt or oil and spices on top of it?
He loves butter, and I've been putting a lot of butter on all my vegetables. I love it, but he doesn't
like butter and steamed broccoli with butter and salt.
Broccoli is at the top of the list. No way.
No way. Steamed with butter and salt?
He won't do it.
Have you tried it, but with butter or coconut oil and salt? No, I don't think you tried it. Even kids like that.
He will not do it.
Did you? No. Hang on though. Did you? I'll answer your question in a second, but I want to know. Did you steam the broccoli with butter or coconut oil and salt, and then he said no, or he tried it and didn't like it?
Try it. He won't try it.
Okay. Well, if he won't try it, then you can't do anything.
He's really stubborn. He feels that he's healthy. He's never called in sick a whole day in his life. Never been to school. He thinks that he's like a robot, and he doesn't have to supplement or to
what's with the seborrhea and the keratosis if he's Mr. Healthy Guy?
Well, he's had it since he was young, and he told me, that they tried to burn it off. Which
wait a minute, they tried to burn off the keratosis.
When he was
Unbelievable. All right, let me answer your question because it's very easy to deal with this. Now, theoretically, it's very easy to deal with it. You sound like you got a stubborn boyfriend there, so it may not be so easy for him. But in theory, for the listeners who may be dealing with this problem,
he'll listen to you. That's why.
Where is he? Put him on. All right, let me address the problem. I got a bunch of calls here. It's very easy to deal with. Seborrhea just means a lot of sebum, a lot of skin oil. Keratosis means that the skin cells are growing out of control. So you got two elements here. You've got lots of skin oil, and you've got skin cells dividing out of control. So let's take the seborrhea first, the sebum, the oil. When you have excessive amounts of oil, what you have is the manifestation of a body in distress. This is very simple because it's the same thing as all diseases, really, but the body will secrete skin oil when it feels like its life is threatened. And this is kind of a neat little mechanism. One of the ways, when the body feels like its life is being threatened, and this can happen whether if you have a digestive condition or blood sugar condition, or if it's really being threatened by a lion or a tiger back in the African savannah 100,000 years ago, it would slime itself. The body would coat itself with oil so that when the lion tried to eat you, it would slip. It would be harder for the lion to grip you. So the secretion of oils is one of the ways the body protects itself. So seborrhea is a sign that your husband or your boyfriend, no matter how healthy he thinks he is, his body doesn't have the same opinion. His body thinks it's about to be eaten by a tiger, and it's secreting oils in order to protect itself. That's step number one.
Yeah.
Step number 2 is the keratosis. Now, this is a little bit trickier to understand because we don't typically look at the skin as being composed of a bunch of cells, a bunch of little tiny animals. Keratosis is a sign that the cells are dividing out of control and they're secreting lots of this kind of protein, this hard protein. Keratin is like a rhinoceros horn or a deer antler or a toenail or a fingernail. It's a very hard protein, but when the body is, for some reason, there's a nutritional deficiency or there's microscopic inflammation, the cells will grow out of control and they'll secrete lots of these proteins. So basically, you got a body that's in distress. What do you do? Number 1, first and foremost, you got to focus on the major cause of distress, which is going to be digestive distress. Usually, seborrhea and keratoses are associated with problems with fat metabolism. That means either processing fats through the digestive system or perhaps not getting enough fats through the digestive system. So see if he notices that he has any problems with specific foods. A food diary is always the first thing to look at, especially fatty foods, especially oily foods, fish and avocados or French fries or any kind of fried foods. If he has problems with those kinds of foods, most certainly he's dealing with a gallbladder or intestinal issue, possibly even a liver issue. Now, you said something very important, and that is that he's had this since he was a little kid. So what you want to do, that usually means that there's been a digestive condition percolating along for many years. Usually a milk allergy, dairy allergy. It could involve gluten or it could involve grain. So food diary and eliminating problem foods, focusing especially on milk, dairy, cheese, and other fatty foods. Then there's going to be nutritional supplements for the fatty system. Get him on the Biolumin Nightly Essence, and I'm assuming here he's going to be easy to deal with, but I'm also talking to other listeners who may, that's an assumption, of course, and he may not be, but there's other listeners who are tuning in who may have the same problem. Focus on fats and fat metabolism. That is a food diary and eliminating fatty foods that are causing problems, and then start to support the fat digestive system with the Biolumin Nightly Essence, the Fuchs Z, ultimate enzymes after meals, especially fatty meals, and use a little bit of apple cider vinegar with them. You can actually, by the way, use apple cider vinegar topically right on the seborrhea. That will help dissolve some of the sebum and will also help dissolve some of the keratin that's causing the keratosis. And then also the Healthy Start Pack. The Fuchs Z might be helpful also for the digestive system, for the fat metabolizing system. Then you want to make sure he's using his fatty nutrients. He'll get the ultimate EFAs. He'll get his ultimate EFAs in the Healthy Start Pack, so you definitely want him on that. But I'd be throwing in 20,000 IU of vitamin A, maybe 400 IU of vitamin E. Toss in the ultimate selenium, which can also be important for the fat metabolizing part of the body. That is 200 to 400 micrograms a day. NAC, N-acetylcysteine, may help, especially if there's some liver involvement, which there very well might be. I'd be using maybe 200 to 400 milligrams of NAC. And then there's one more very important nutrient. It's a mineral. I'll tell you what that is when we come back from our break, but it's super mega important for all skin health issues, especially keratoses. So hang tight. We'll tell you what that is when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. If you're on hold, hang on. We'll get to you when we come back as well. All right, we're back on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking to Jessica in Michigan. Jessica, fats, fat metabolism, digestive system. Work on the digestive system, all the things we just talked about, digestive enzymes, apple cider vinegar, which you can use topically, as we said. Biolumin Nightly Essence. Please don't underestimate the importance of the connection between probiotics, that is good bacteria, and fats and fat metabolism. And that includes fatty vitamins and also the way the body processes and breaks down dietary fats, also hormones for that matter. So the Biolumin Nightly Essence, fermented foods can help as well. Supplementally, vitamin A, 20,000 IU a day, very, very important. You might throw in some vitamin C also, vitamin C supplements. You'll get those in the Healthy Start Pack along with your ultimate EFAs. And then NAC, as we said, also vitamin E can help. And then there's a really, selenium also is important. And then there's a really important mineral for all seborrheic conditions, for all acne conditions, for all skin conditions, including eczema, including psoriasis, just having healthy skin, for sun protection, for anti-aging. And that is a mineral that we're going to talk about hopefully tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the next day, and that's zinc. Mega important for all skin health issues. Zinc is stored in the skin. Zinc is involved in the production of collagen. Zinc is majorly anti-aging, and it's also important for all skin diseases, including seborrheic keratosis. Use zinc picolinate. That's the best form of supplemental zinc, 50 milligrams a day. And you can also use topical zinc to get some relief. Zinc oxide is a great way to get yourself some topical zinc. You can also use, believe it or not, and we'll talk about this also tomorrow and the next day, calamine lotion, which is a zinc solution, at least partially made up of zinc. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that probably, if not tomorrow, the next day. Calamine lotion, of course, has the downside of being a little bit pink. So you don't want to use too much of it. Or you can put a couple drops of calamine lotion into a zinc oxide paste or into